these are strange times, all right? So as we all know, so people are struggling to kind of get their head around stuff. I know that Ireland, we last week kind of had to figure out a way around all of this. I know the UK have recently closed a lot of businesses and stuff. So this is a time for us to kind of get together and support each other as small business owners. But it's also a time for you to become a bit more innovative, especially if you have the potential to sell online. So that's why I decided to do this webinar. Please do comment if you have a comment to make or a question. Click the Ask a Question button, and I will do my best to answer as much as possible. I'm not going to show you my nails because all the salons are closed down, so I can't do my nails. So don't look at my nails, whatever you do, or the roots of my hair. So hi, Anne, lovely to see you there. Okay, so first of all, do you have a website that you can sell stuff on or from? Do you teach anything? So if you teach anything, you can do one-to-one consultations. You could create an online program. Hiya, Craig. Hi, Deirdre. You can actually do workshops or online videos, lessons. This includes yoga, music, recipes. This is the ideal time for you to stand out from everybody else and show that you are the expert in what you do. All right. So it doesn't matter what your business is. If you can sell something online, then you can drive traffic to that site. And the best way to do that is through social media, through video. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Ailish. It's through showing that you are the expert and sharing your expertise. So, for example, let's say your beauty salon that has closed down, like Teresa, this for your benefit, obviously. You know, if you are a beauty salon that's closed down, don't forget, we still need our beauty stuff, okay? So I need my nails done. I need my eyebrows done, okay? So I'm just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So imagine if the beauty salon could do little videos to show us how to do the eyebrows, how to keep things going until you reopen again. Trust me, you're not giving away your skills and giving away your secrets. You're actually helping your future customers for when all of this is finished. That salon was there for me. That hair salon was there for me to show me how to just do my roots or whatever, how to moisturize and keep my hair looking healthy. And, you know, like this is the kind of thing, this is the time for us to, as entrepreneurs, to think outside the box. All right, we need to start thinking outside the box and becoming more innovative. So I'm just going to share a little slideshow that I did about Twitter, because I think Twitter is the best for driving traffic. A lot of people don't realize that. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's, you know, lots of other ways, LinkedIn, TikTok, if it's a younger audience you're trying to get to. Instagram would be age 35, 16 to 35 mostly, but I'm on it and I'm 48. Okay, so, you know, it is growing. Twitter would be age 35 to 55, and the highest growing demographic at the over 55s. I'm going to show you an example of a sale, some sales that happened online. I'm just going to share this presentation I did recently. We didn't get a chance to change it, unfortunately, because my virtual assistant only works part-time. So unfortunately, but look, this is how to turn those conversations. So if you just replace Twitter with social media, that would be fine. So I'm going to show you how to use Twitter and turn Twitter conversations into conversions, which would be driving traffic to your website. So most small business owners are on Twitter, and your customers are at your fingertips. The demographic is perfect. Usually they like to click and buy now as well. So the more likely to click. And be kind and share others' content as well, because if you don't share other people's content, they're not going to share yours, trust me. And show you're an expert. This is a chance for you to show your expertise. It's a chance for you to write some articles about what it is you do, what you're the expert in. If people follow you on Twitter, you know, Twitter's not about you at all, actually. It's actually about your audience and about the other people on Twitter. And a lot of people have linked their Twitter to their Instagram or their Facebook because they think they're saving time. But actually, and they have it automated and stuff, but actually, that's actually not the right thing to do. You need to unlink your Facebook going to Twitter because it looks terrible. It cuts off the text, and people on Twitter, they're a little bit snobby. They don't want to go to Facebook, okay? So most about Twitter is about sharing knowledge and ideas. So most people follow others because they want to learn, they want to be educated, they want to be entertained, and there are lots of ways that you can start showing your expertise and driving and building your brand advocates and fans and followers. Start, asking for feedback, ask a question, use Twitter polls, ask for help, and think about, well, would I follow your account? Look at your own account and say, well, is my account interesting? Is it giving value? Am I using images? Am I, helping others? Create a community around your brand, like I've done with the Women's Inspire Network. I've created an online community, and once a year we come offline, as you can see, and we get over 250 women coming to an event from all over the place. So create your own network. Create a network online of people who are like-minded, people who will love what you do. I'm just going to stop sharing briefly for a second, just to go back and see if there are any questions. And, start showing that you are someone that's approachable. You're someone that people can talk to and ask questions to. Hello for all the new people who have just joined us. Jane has joined us. Dewi, thank you so much for joining from Wales. Do let us know where you're joining from, folks, so I can just pop in and say hello. Sharon is here. Ken, welcome, Ken. Margaret, thank you. Tristan, Sharon, Denise, Sally, welcome, Sally, and Amanda, and Jovan, and Jer. Thank you so much. Thanks a million for joining. And Teresa's here as well. Lincoln in the UK, thank you, Craig. Thank you so much for joining from the UK. So this is a bit of a global webinar at the moment. So thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, click the Ask a Question button. I'm just going to finish off this little presentation, and then I'm going to go in, and I want you all to be ready with questions because I can help you and as best I can. So when you create your little tribe around you, as Dewey says, this is really important because these are the people that are going to help you and are going to remember you. Now, Bumblebee Flower Farm are a farm that actually do sustainable bee-friendly flowers. So she did a tweet asking for help. So she already had a following of about 3,000. So she had a good tribe, a good community around her in the sustainability space, in the food space, and all of that. So, and in the organic space. So she actually asked for help. So she asked for help, and as you can see, she got 475 retweets. I know that tweet reached over 100,000 people. She asked for help. So sometimes you need to ask for help and reach out to your community and ask them to retweet or share your post, or ask them, is there any way you can help them? So what happened then was she reached over 109,000 with that tweet. So that was the impressions that she got. So impressions would be people that maybe would have seen the brand when they're scrolling through their phone or whatever, but not necessarily clicked on it. So the engagements would be clicks and, people who actually replied to the tweet or mentioned it or something. But, what had started all the journey with the Bumblebee Flower Farm was, I suggested that Mags did a Twitter poll. And I said, I think people will really be interested in the stuff about bees. And she was like, really? Do you think so? And I said, yeah, I do think so. So I said, let's do a Twitter poll and find out. As you can see, most people wanted to learn about the bumblebees, and they wanted to learn about how to preserve, protect, and restore the bumblebee population. And they wanted simple tips. So sometimes it's not about buy this now or buy that now. It's about sharing your knowledge that's in some way that's connected. So even if you are a beauty salon, or you are in a different a courier company or whatever, sometimes what you need to share is the most basic thing that we actually don't know. Like, I don't know anything about bumblebees. I know that I'm afraid of anything that buzzes. I know that. So ridiculously, even bumblebees were in that. But now I'm a little bit more relaxed around bumblebees, believe it or not, because I've learned so much from Mags, from working with her. So this is the kind of thing. So even if it's not exactly selling bouquets of flowers or her workshops, she is getting more allies by sharing the tips. So, and then she's getting people who are actually becoming brand advocates and user-generated content, like Ali, who's a huge influencer in the sustainable space. She actually put up a tweet with the flowers that she received. And that's what you want. You want brand advocates talking about how great you are and all of that kind of stuff. So these are just little examples of different good Twitter accounts. That was for the sales, for the tourism space. But, you know, for any space you like, you can ask me which Twitter accounts are the best, which social media accounts, because I know that who they are on Twitter. I know who the influencers are on Twitter. You know, this is your time to shine online, okay? Everybody is online. Everybody's panicking now because they're like, oh my God, I never really learned online, you know, but you know, it's really about people. So all of the people you already have. So number one, what I want you to do is think about, okay, who are the customers I already have? So who are my allies already? Write them down, okay? Get your newsletter out, okay? Needing to update your fans on your newsletter. They wouldn't have signed up to your newsletter unless they already liked what you're doing, okay? I don't sign up to a newsletter unless I'm actually interested in the product in some way. So go to your newsletter, do a newsletter and explain, look, you know, thinking of you during these times, how can we help you? Let us know what the best thing we can do to help you is as our customer. So your newsletter is your gold, okay? And also your social media following. If you're not on Twitter yet, definitely get on Twitter, because Twitter is shining right now with all of the wonderful hashtags and the updates on information, the latest updates. So your customers want to know the latest updates too. So even if it's nothing to do with your salon or your business, update them with information that's reliable. I have actually created, if you want to go to my Twitter list, I've created a list of reliable sources for COVID-19, okay? So if you go to my Twitter lists, oh, thanks, Ailish, for the tweet. Now you see the way Ailish did that tweet there. So she's actually helping me by doing this little tweet, because I'm going to retweet that and it's actually helping me. So thank you, Ailish. So trust me, when Ailish puts up something later on, I'm going to retweet her as well and I'm going to help her. So if you go into my Twitter list, I have created a COVID-19 list. So if you want to go to that, you can find the latest information from reliable sources, okay? So all of these people on my list are reliable sources that you can find out what the latest news is, all right? So just don't be, now Gavin Riley has retweeted this one, as you can see. So Gavin Riley is a really reliable source. He works with News Talk, Virgin Media News. So just to be aware, I have got a Twitter list, but like your clients are going to want to know those updates too. Like, you know, don't forget your clients are human, they're customers. So number one, go to your newsletter. How many people have you got in your newsletter? Maybe it's time to increase your email list. So a great way to increase your email list is to put out the link to your newsletter. Maybe create a little competition, you know, win a €50 voucher. We're going to pick a name out of the hat to someone who has signed up to our newsletter during this time. We will have a €50 voucher available for when things get back to normal. You know, and if people can order online, maybe have some kind of a gift set that is available online that you can see you could win this gift set. So send them to that link so that people can actually see, oh, I didn't realize they sold online. So you're actually giving them new information. And so competitions, those like and share competitions, really, I find they are a bit of a waste of time, because all you're going to do is get people who like to enter competitions, okay? If you want to run a competition to increase your email list or to increase traffic, get their emails at least, you know, sign up, get them to sign up to your newsletter. And then anyone that signed up to the newsletter, put all the names in the hat, bring your hat out, go on Facebook Live and choose the name out of the hat live. It's a great way to increase engagement, build excitement, and let everyone know that you're still there, you're still open. You just can't do it during COVID-19. Has anybody got any questions that you would like to ask me? So if you do, please let me know. And if you want to jump on screen and ask me a question, please do. I will get you on screen. So you just let me know if you want to come on screen and I'll invite you on screen. So you've got your newsletter, you've got your website, like drive traffic to, you can do a competition. You can do a Facebook Live. You can do a Twitter live. Twitter lives are really effective. So even if you're not working at the moment, start doing Twitter lives every morning. If you're in the wellness space, do a thought for the day, stuff like that. Go to sit down by a nice quiet place where the birds are singing. People need inspiration now. They need people to support them. They need our help right now. So this is a chance for you to show that you're a leader. Take the leadership role and start being a leader by sharing the knowledge, the reliable sources about COVID-19. Start sharing what's going on for you as a business, because don't forget, other business owners understand. Actually, can you comment here and let me know who of you are business owners? Let me know how many of you are business owners yourselves. And what I want you to do is let me know how we can support you. Okay, so Craig at Yesway Limited. So Craig, I'm going to help you this morning, right? So I'm going to go to your website, Yesway Limited, and I'm going to just tell people to follow you. Have you got a Twitter handle, Craig? So what do Yesway do? Radio. Okay. Oh, there you are on Twitter. Okay, found you. Okay, so I'm going to create a Twitter. Or I'm not going to create a Twitter. I'm going to actually throw your Twitter handle into the chat here to help you. So everybody follow each other. Oh, sorry. Have I put the right one? Yesway Limited. Yeah. Okay. Craig Miles. Oh, yeah, Craig. Okay. So Emma. Okay. Everyone's a small business owner. Ken, everybody, why don't you pop your Twitter handle in there and we'll all follow each other. How about that? Would that be a good way to help each other today, right now? Content marketing and digital marketing agency, Denise Callan. Okay, Denise, welcome. And if anyone wants to learn from me, Ken, I know you. Yeah, lovely to see you, Ken. I hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. If anyone wants to get training from me, by the way, you can do my 6-step program. I mean, I am training people like Denise. If you want to learn how to raise your profile, any of that stuff, if you want to join our Women's Inspire network, we have a really good network. I've created a community around me of an online global network where we actually do webinars every week like this. Like, this is the kind of webinars we do. Add value all of the time, folks. And you will actually, you will create and allies around you who will want to share your content. Like I have, you're welcome, Ken, don't worry. Ken, any questions, if you want to hop on screen, let me know. Emma Soy Candles, everybody check out Emma's Soy Candles, please. Absolutely gorgeous candles. I love it. Do I have one here? I don't have one here, Emma, to show off, sorry. I usually would now, but Emma does lovely. Sharon does HR training. Be Coached Barbara, she's a coach, business coach. Ailish, I mean, if you look, I'm going to put a call to action here. By the way, this platform I'm using, folks, it's called Crowdcast. It's like Zoom. You can host your own webinars. Start driving online sales now. Check out so I'm going to put a call to action at the bottom of the screen. Sam's 6-step program. Like, I am training people right now all about how to use social media, how to drive traffic, how to increase their email list. I do all of this stuff, how to use video, like this is all the kind of stuff, how to do a webinar. I can teach you how to do this so that you can add value. Jewelry designer, G. Breslin. Oh, lovely, Jer. Lovely to see you. Ivana Beauty Wexford. Anne, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Christophine, Sam, owner of Neville's Shoes Limerick. Oh, well, thank you so much, Christophine. That's great. And I'm looking forward to working with you and chatting with you. Ask a question, someone has said. May I ask if it's appropriate to promote my memorial infused pieces during this time? I have to say, I feel a bit uncomfortable as so many people are in hospital and could actually die. Okay. What I would do there, Ailish, is I would kind of add it in passing when you're doing something else. So I would start talking about, like, here's Ailish's stuff here now, just to show. See, Ailish, I still have this here beside me. So Ailish does ashes in jewelry and stuff like that. She does lovely jewelry. So Ailish, what I would be doing is I would be saying, what about saying something like the story behind why you decided to make this? The story was behind this. So what you're doing is you're telling a story and you're adding value, and just say, in these times during, like, talk about, this is current at the moment. So talk about what's going on at the moment. In these current times, a lot of small business owners are struggling, blah, blah, blah. Just so you know, Easter is coming up, even regardless of the virus, or if you want to treat your mom and send her a little gift, we do these. We also do, and then you can throw in the little bit at the end. I wouldn't purposely promote at the moment. It is kind of, I know someone else that does wills, for example, that was asking me the same question. I would just add value in other ways, and then, discreetly have the link to different things so that they'll find it themselves. That's what I would do at the moment. I'd add value. You could talk about the top worries for people right now and help them in some way. When you're helping people, they will find it themselves. That's what I would do. Do it discreetly more than in your face. You better buy these now kind of thing, That's what I would do. But then maybe, someone else might have another tip. I don't know if you want to comment there in the chat, anybody. Definitely. Yeah, Ailish, I know it's a tough one, all right. And people were saying, should I promote wills and stuff. I know that funeral directors, it's a very sensitive topic, and a lot of people as well have had people who've died during this time, and they have to face that horrible, the funeral arrangements. It's just different. Our own Brenda from the Women's Inspire Network, I know her husband passed away suddenly, so his funeral's today, and they can't have a big funeral. So tell the story of the good times exactly, and slip it in also for exactly. Definitely. Very, very, very true. So definitely, when you give value, folks, people will come to you, and they remember that you're the person that was there for them during this time. For example, Christophine, she sells shoes. I'm going to throw her website in here, actually. Throw your website in there for me, Christophine, if you don't mind. Neville Shoes, I'll get it now. But she still sells shoes. Okay, the shop has closed, but she still sells shoes. And, this is about her getting more innovative as well, and she has to kind of start thinking, okay, I need to actually start thinking outside the box here and selling online. And a lot of boutiques are selling online, but we know we'd rather buy Irish. Okay, so do check it out. And then you have Jane, who has the dance shop, and she sells dancewear online. So there's something, maybe a possible collaboration between Jane and Christophine as well, because could have dance shoes. Christophine, actually, Ailish was looking for size 1 shoes yesterday. So Ailish, there you go. That's where I was going to send you when you mentioned that yesterday. So this is all about us helping each other and referring business to each other. So think about your newsletter, think about your gold, think about a competition, but don't just do a like and share competition. Please do a competition that has a strategy behind it, that's going to actually help you get email addresses, at least after all this is done. Facebook Live, show your community value. So start adding value. So if you are a yoga teacher, start doing free yoga class. I know it's a free yoga. Look, this is a free webinar I'm doing. So you do have to give a certain amount free, but by me doing this webinar, you now know that I could probably train you and help you a lot as well. Okay. Join the Women's Inspire community. If you're a woman in business and you want support, like any ladies there who are actually, thank you, Chris. Dancewear right now to cheer up girls at home. I'd definitely be running a little competition. Show us your dance moves while you're self-isolating. The most creative will win this backpack, this dance backpack, So, this is the thing. Emma as well, would love to see you in the network. I mean, there's lots of people that are here to support you. Everybody here. If anyone's in the network, if you want to just let people know what it's like. I'm getting some inquiries. I'm heading onto the shop now to do a Facebook Live. Well done, Jane. See, Jane's been brilliant. She's actually implementing what she's learning. Okay, so everybody, if there's any questions before I go, let me know. But the main thing to think about is your newsletter. Go into your newsletter. Ask people how they are. Ask questions. Ask your audience. How can you help them? Facebook Lives, Twitter Lives, Twitter polls. Twitter polls are a great way. I'll just show you how to do a Twitter poll, will I? I'll just show you quickly. So I'm going to just go into my Twitter. So if you want to do a Twitter poll and ask a question, this is what you do. So here's our question. So thank you very much, Denise, for that tweet. See, Look at that now. You see, look at you all engaging with each other already. So this is lovely. Thanks for the follow. I actually just logged into Twitter. Well done. Well done. There you go. That's lovely, Craig. Thanks. Lovely stuff. And Tristan, thank you so much. Thank you, Will. I really appreciate that. See, that's helping me. So I'm going to retweet it. And then everyone's happy, right? So this is actually a Twitter poll. So if we click tweet, okay. So what could I do? So what is your favorite platform during the virus at the moment? So what I'm doing is, or during self-isolation or whatever, you know, what's your go-to? Actually, I want to find out what their go-to platform is, because mine is Twitter, and I'd like that to be the answer, you know, social media platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get information from this Twitter poll. And when I get information from a Twitter poll, what it does is it gives me an idea for a blog post. So let's say Twitter was the go-to platform that people are going to, because it does show the latest news. And let's see, will I put Instagram in here? Instagram. I only have 4 options. So what will I put in Facebook as well, I suppose? Only 4 options. Well, I'm going to encourage engagement now, okay? Because others might be on TikTok, okay? So only 4 options, so do comment if it's another platform. So I'm going to encourage engagement with this. I'm going to do the Twitter poll now. I'm going to make it a day long. And what we want to do from this Twitter poll is we want to get, 100 answers, okay? So when we get 100 answers to this Twitter poll, what's your go-to social media platform at the moment? Only 4 options. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm encouraging engagement as well, because people might say, oh, well, I go to Twitter sometimes, but then this happens and then this, you know. So you're encouraging engagement with your customers. You're also asking them for information. So when you get that information, so let's say the answer is Twitter, or let's say the answer is Instagram, then that's something for me to write about and add value with, okay? So if any of you want to answer that, I can see, you'll see the answers coming in as they come in. I'll leave that there for a second, but Twitter polls are a really, really good way. I'm going to show you one I did earlier. They're a really good way to ask your audience what they want and find out how you can help them. I can't see your comments at the moment while I'm in here, so I'll be out now in a second. So here's one I did. This was a good one I did about the election. And a lot of people, there's Dewey always engaging as usual, but a lot of people got involved in that conversation. I was talking about the politicians. You know, would you vote for a politician who's engaged with you? 54% said yes, you know, so do be aware that you can get good information here and surprising information. So there's Facebook posts linked to Twitter. 75% of people have said they don't click on a Facebook post. Okay, so just to be aware of that as well. All right. So Twitter polls are a really good way. So there's some of you have answered. Thank you so much. As you can see, there you go. What did I predict? Twitter is the go-to social media platform so far out of 20 votes. So thanks, guys, for voting on that, and thanks for the retweets. So as you can see, we can already get an indication of how this is going to go. So it's really valuable. It's a really good way, and I can actually write a blog post now around the fact that why Twitter is the go-to place. Okay. Can you get 100 answers without 100 followers? Not really, but you can tag me, or you can ask us to retweet. All of us can ask to retweet it for you, and maybe put it into the Facebook group, the Women's Inspire Facebook group, and ask them to answer. So ask for help to get your 100 answers, okay? Do you have any advice for people with more than one business? It's something I've struggled with. I used to be a marine electrical systems lecturer, created information on my personal website, free resources, getting loads of traffic as one topic is number 1 at Google. Oh, I wonder if I should create a side business from it. Whew, that's a big, long question. Barbara is a business coach. She's here at the moment. That's okay. It's okay, Craig. That's fine. Okay, more than one business. So you're thinking of creating a new personal website. What are you going to do with this traffic? Okay, so how can you convert this traffic? There you go. Barbara said she could do a little call with you if you want, Craig. Okay, so there you go. Craig said she'd do a little FaceTime with you if you want to connect. But I don't know, Craig, think about, okay, where are you getting sales? If you're getting the most traffic there, then turn it into sales, turn it into something. And if it could be part of your business, like I have the Women's Inspire Network, but Tweeting Goddess is my main business, my training. I train people, I do my 6-step program, I show them how to get more sales online. Okay. And I also raise their profile, get them PR. But like a lot of people don't realize I do all of those other things too. You know, they just think I do Twitter. So yes, you know, if it's going to, whatever's working for you, do that. That's what I say. So whatever's working. So what's working best for me is my 6-step program. I don't really particularly want to manage accounts anymore. I'd rather be training people how to do it themselves. That's what I prefer to do. But I do have a team that do the management stuff. Okay. Well, there you go. Craig, do have a chat with Barbara. She's very good and she might be able to advise you there. She's a business coach, okay? So there you go. See the way that happened just really easily there because we connected with each other. You're all chatting to each other on Twitter, by the way. I can see that. So this is lovely to see. And thank you so much for your tweets. So do connect with each other afterwards. Okay, I have another question. I would love some more information on lists and how to use them. Okay, right. Denise, Twitter lists. Okay. So if you want to use Twitter lists, what I do is Twitter lists are great. So if you want to create a list of leads, let's say, I wouldn't call your Twitter list leads. Like I have lots of lists, as you can see, but not all of them are open lists. So a lot of people don't know, like potential sponsorship, that's a locked list. I don't want people knowing that I've put them on that list. Do you know what I mean? Now I do have really nice lists like social media stars, people to follow, stuff like that. But nobody wants to end up on a Twitter list called potential client. So what I do is I create a list and I use the code word. Okay, so I have a list of like maybe cool people or, you know, new connections. I mean, they could be people that I just want to have a cup of tea with someday. So create your own list of, so you just create a list of webinar on sales, for example. So I can add people to this list. So let's say I go in and I create a list with the people who are on this webinar, right? So I'm going to just click into Sharon, right? And I'm going to add Sharon to a list. You click the 3 dots here and add Sharon to our webinar list. So all of you create a Twitter list now. If you want to, you know, create a Twitter, there's the webinar list. Okay, so I'm just doing this just for fun to help you all, right? So maybe if you all add each other to this webinar list, then, so Sharon is here at the moment. Denise is here at the moment. Thank you, Denise. And Denise, I'm going to add you to our webinar list so that you can all connect with each other now after this. All right. So that's really what lists are about. So in the morning, when you go in the morning to Twitter, what I do is I go straight to my notifications, obviously to my messages, which I'm not going to open now. Thank you, Deirdre. She's just added me to, she's just subscribed to my list. Okay, so I can go to my notifications and then I go to my lists, right? So when I go to my lists, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to engage with someone on my list. So I really want to see how the lads at the Hospitality Expo are getting on. So it was an event I did recently, so let's see how they're getting on. So who was there? I was with, let me see who, there's Fergal, right? So I'll see how Fergal's getting on. So Fergal has done a tweet about, he's retweeting a lot of stuff. He hasn't done one himself, so there's not really anything I can retweet belong to him. But there, I found that really cool thing from Bobby Kerr. Making bread, okay. So okay, so I can go to a different list and maybe see is there someone I can help here. So is there anyone in Northern Ireland or in Canada I can help? Let me see. So I'll go to my Twitter list and I'll say, okay, anyone I haven't engaged with lately, who can I help today? That's all I'm thinking about. So in the morning, I'm just thinking, who can I help about? And I've also created lists one day of all different kind of topics because sometimes I get asked by journalists. You know, sometimes I get asked about, do you know someone who can talk about sexual intimacy? Do I know someone who can talk about recovery? Do I know someone who can talk about even washing machines, you know? So I actually have a cake makers list. I have a gift ideas list. I have, you know, lots of different people who live in Howth, you know, so I can actually, the reason I wanted to keep an eye on this one was because they were someone who contacted me before and I wanted to kind of keep in touch with them and see how they are. you know. So as you can see, it's a good way in the morning, go to your notifications, and then use Facebook and Insta more to don't link them. Ken. Oh my goodness, no, don't link them. Yeah, so there you go. So look, there's lots of conversations going on right now. So this is great, okay? I really lovely to see that. So Twitter lists, what you do is in the morning, you go in, check your notifications, then go to your list and see how people are. You're really just helping people with your Twitter lists. You're actually also adding people to your list that you don't want to forget. So today in this webinar, we've lots of great people here. Hi, Caloda, lovely to see you. We've lots of great business owners here as well. So connect with each other, throw your Twitter handle in there, connect with each other, do calls with each other, help each other. And definitely list building is a great way to go. But I teach all of this, Denise, anyway, on my 6-step program. So if anyone wants to check it out, do check it out. If you want to raise your profile, you want to become a leader during this time, you want to get some PR, this is the time to show your leadership, show you're the expert, and show you're the expert in your niche, and prove that when the chips were down, you were the one leading the way, and you were the one that was helping people during this time. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. If anyone wants to bounce ideas, Barbara's email is there as well. This is the time for us all to get together. Barbara, why don't you could probably organize a little virtual coffee yourselves, you know, like organize a webinar like this. Crowdcast is really cool. Zoom, you can use different platforms. I love Crowdcast myself. Definitely, if you want to do something like that, create a little brainstorming session. You know, this is all possible, and we all need to support each other, okay, and help each other. And if anyone wants more training, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can jump on a 15-minute call with you. You know, this is what I do, and I can help you to shine during these times. Thanks, everyone, for joining.